Hello. Hello, howdy gamers. It is me, PNG Let's Resonus. Hello, howdy. What is up? Today we are playing more Lanota. Yay! You're staying at home. Yay! It's that rhythm game with the funny circles. Well, not the funny circles, the one circle with the funny notes inside. That's the game we're playing today. We played it like a week ago. We got like halfway done. So today the plan is to finish it. Like all the way. The story mode. And so that's what we're doing. Exciting stuff, I know. Right before I hit start stream, I went to go to this map and it skipped a little bit of story, so we gotta go back. Because, yeah, we're doing the story mode, right? So there's things to read, so we gotta read stuff. So buckle up. I think everything else should be set up otherwise. I wonder what the percentages are about. I assume that's not for reading. Maybe? Maybe I missed some story? Isn't there... Actually, hold on. I'll bring that up later. Let's read the main story for now. The story that I just skipped and missed. Introduction. Chapter 4, main story, Toward the Endless Sky. This is... What's this? As soon as Rima climbed out of the heap of rocks, he shouted with excitement, running towards the huge craft in the distance. So it is really here, said Rosa. He's just stood up without a word, grabbing the Silence Border Guard manual tightly in her hands. Hi, hello girl, what's up? What's up? We're reading the story time again. Hopefully you remember what we talked about last time. Kids are on an adventure to re-purify the world, I think, is the Spark Notes version. And we just met other people who are like, hey, don't do that. Kind of. They were kind of like, hey, don't do that. Seal? Seal the aircraft, said Fista. Seal was the only word that she could understand in the manual. Rosa looked at Fista in surprise. How do you know? Nero looked at the book in Fista's hands. Will you tell us now? Said Fista. About the outside world. Alas, Rosa sighed. Where shall I begin? Hey, Rima shouted from afar, interrupting Rosa. Hurry up and follow me, everyone. Acting like a child, Nero commented. Sid Burn. Destroyed. Rosa, tell me as you ought, said Fista. Right, said Rosa. This maze was constructed before Alniente, and it was originally built as an escape route. Escape route, asked Fista. Indeed, because the study of Natalium is extremely dangerous. That's impossible. How could it be dangerous? Fista said. Alniente was caused by chaos and then loss of energy. The theory that tuning the Natalium can lift Alniente works in the opposite way. Tuning brings everything back in order, to stability, and then resonate. Fista suddenly realized something as she spoke. Unless... Rosa looked at Fista. Now you finally realized as well. What do we realize? What do they know? What do they know that I don't? I'm guessing it's like if you mess it up and it's like more bad things happen? Is that the idea? Maybe that's the idea. Anyway, we're gonna hop into it. Play funny songs. Actually, before we do that, I had to put on my finger sleeves, my gaming sleeves. Haven't even gotten to that yet. I turned on. See that little circle moving around? Since the webcam kind of sucks, I thought we would just stick to the full screen view like we did last time. But I turned on the circle thingy so you can see where I'm touching the screen. That might be better and it might be worse. I actually have no clue. But we'll see. We'll see how it looks. We'll see what the people think. If it messes me up while I'm playing, I'll turn it off. Because it will, I gotta be gaming for the people. And for me. But I will say, since the last time I played this, like a week ago, I've been playing it basically daily. if not daily. So I feel a little more ready for what's being thrown at us. I would show my rank, but I don't know how to show it on the screen. I don't think I can. It's like 14.2 something. That might be good. That I think it's alright. It's an alright rank, I think. So yeah, them's the raps, I guess. Alright, time to start gaming. I think everything's good, like sync-wise and stuff. I did a test right before this and it was fine, but I also changed things, so it might be bad again. We'll see. We'll see. Dang it. So I'm actually still bad at the flips. I'm getting better. Like, I'm getting better for sure. But I still go the wrong way. Usually when it's upside down. I think I accidentally tapped with my other hand. I will say, I don't think the circles are messing me up at all. So if they look good on your end, then I guess they stay. That was alright. I feel like we could have done better. We're sight reading, so it's alright. Bum ba da da dum. Yeah, okay, so there's my rank up there. I'll pull it up on the bit screen. After we unlock all these medals or whatever. Ba da da dum. Ba da da dum. Like, can you not make it bigger? You see it up there, right? If you look real close, 14.24. That's where I got it up to. I remember asking two of our chatters when they came in last time, we played this game before, what their ranks were, and I said I was going to beat them. I think one was around this rank, or close. So I'm probably close to beating him. The other one is like 15 something, and that seems kind of high. But the game hasn't given me any 16 difficulties yet. Or even, I don't even know if I've played a 15 plus yet. So that might be my opportunity to start scoring higher. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking long term. Order brings energy, says Nero. But in a world that is in fact not out of order, it is dangerous to produce too much energy simultaneously. Eventually it becomes saturated and overloaded, and finally dangerous. The apocalypse, Beastia mumbled. Indeed, Rosa said. Natalium was originally created as a kind of a weapon. And the apocalypse was one of the most powerful types of weapons, said Nero. Yeah, what are they talking about? An apocalypse? I thought this was just a nice game about music. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I'm moving the mic. Sorry if it's loud. My apologies. Bum 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 bum. Alright. Song 2. Oh, I forgot to read the little small thing. I gotta get all the lore while I can. Oh, is it dawn? No, we don't wanna spend those. I wonder if I accidentally spent it last time. I forgot to read the lore blurb, feels bad. In the past, we had tried to construct a tuning device as well, Rosa said. Nero gazed into distance in silence. The three of them walked quietly. Beastia could not help but ask, what happened in the end? Rosa looked at Remo from behind in the distance and slowly started to speak. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, that's why it doesn't spend my stuff on the first try. Yeah, I figured out how like the paying system works too, so. I know how the event works now. We can play Poopa soon, that'll be fun. That's the event's on right now. I feel like I was just robbed. I don't even know what I did wrong there. It happened again. Am I doing something wrong? Song was alright. I give that song an alright. I feel like they always like backload the pats with the good songs. IMO, IMHO. We were so close to an L rank, and I fell off rank. Feels bad. Da -da -da -da. Ba-da-da-dum. In the end, said Rosa, we are not as talented, or we were not as talented as Remo. Remo, talented, Visca said. Destroyed. Failed, said Nero. Tut, toot. Rosa appeared unwilling at the thought of mentioning the matter. We failed, said Nero. After that, Rosa continued abruptly to say, as if she wished to change the topic quickly. We left the village and joined the Silence Border Guard. To compensate, said Nero. Not true, Rosa disagreed. To atone, said Nero. No, Rosa rebutted. Out of guilt, said Nero. Definitely not, Rosa exclaimed. Now Ficio was speechless. All the data kept in the Italian administration showed that Alniente devoured the entire world, leaving only our village intact. She thought to herself, wondering if there was something left unsaid. Hey, Rima turned around, wanting to join the conversation. You just mentioned the guard. What is it exactly? An organization, Rosa said, to maintain the status of Alniente in the world. To ensure the seal of the apocalypse remains unchanged. Search for the secret passages and investigate the relics of the old world, Nero added. Not that long ago, the monitor detected an unusual change in the energy of Alniente in the south. That's why we were sent here to investigate the situation. We followed the map and came across the underground maze. Then, we encountered you, said Nero. Well, you who were going to open the seal of the weapon, Rosa said loudly. Whoa, scary. Remo was shocked by Rosa's serious tone. So is Remo our secret genius all along? I guess he was able to make a tuner that the others couldn't. So maybe he can save the world. If everyone else is a doubter, a hater. Bum bum. Dun, dun. Oops, I backed up. I want to read that. I know you were asking a question. I was narrator while I'm watching. No, I was just reading. I mean, I was asking like a rhetorical question, but not like an actual question. I was just talking about the lore. How's your raid? Is this a Final Fantasy raid? Hang on, Ficia seemed to have noticed something. You just said to maintain Alniente. Nero nodded and Rosa agreed. I distract. What? Remo was shocked. But then the world will remain black and white forever, won't it? The Silence Border Guard should have decent technology. Ficia was, however, comparatively calm. Why wouldn't you want to use the technology to restore the world? Rosa sneered. Are you as naive as you act? One of the near crossover raids? I didn't even know there's a near crossover. I guess that checks out. I don't know, I really know like nothing about Final Fantasy XIV. I have a friend who just started playing it. I hear the story's good. I think that's like the one thing I know, is that the story's pretty good. That's really it. Besides like generic MMO stuff such as raids and whatnot. This is the only MMOs I played. I don't think they ever had raids. Like Toontown, we mentioned before. I wouldn't really call those raids, because you only went like a group of 4. Well, they actually did have something kind of similar, but I never really did them. Like the COD HQs or whatever. Because that's like... I don't know. I was a kid, I didn't get it. And then RuneScape doesn't really have anything like that. At least it didn't. It might now. Maybe the closest thing was like Clan Wars, but that's not really comparable. Comparable. I didn't even notice that's a flick. Bum, bum, bum. It slowed in first part, but it starts getting better when you get to Heaven's... Is that Heaven's Sword or Heaven's Ward? That's probably Ward, right? What's up, Coats? What's up? You didn't miss much. A little bit of story. Just a little bit, though. Everyone I've talked to who's done raids, they usually say it's frustrating. I mean, I assume so, yeah, but I also assume it's pretty rewarding. You know, it's one of those deals. Where it's like if you can get a group together to all do a big event together, it's like fun, you know? What do I know? What do I know? Even if you were both extraordinarily talented, said Rosa. I just to give you a recap, Coats. They're basically revealing that they tried. Our two new people, hold on. You really think you can restore the whole world by yourselves? The two new people in the story tried to like make the tuner before, but failed. And then they joined the group who's trying to stop people from purifying the world. You're not going to sit idly by, are you? Rima was a little anxious and angry at the same time. What kind of organization is the Silence Border Guard exactly? Why maintain Alniente? Yes, Alniente is the evil black and white stuff that we're trying to purify. Bestia asked, can you tell us? And the other two are trying to stop us, I guess. Or at least they're watching over us right now. However, there was another answer which Fiska was even more eager to find out. After all, what else is there in the outside world? The four of them stood firm. At last, Rosa sighed. Alas, one could never imagine how terrifying it was when El Niente happened. Unless I had witnessed the moment. Rosa hesitated to continue. Seeing Rosa's reaction, Nero, who rarely spoke, opened up while he stood aside. We, the Silence Border Guard, are a group of survivors. We have lived through various disastrous catastrophes, said Nero. We finally understand the potential damage Natalium could cause. Therefore, tuning is strictly forbidden unless it is extremely necessary. Not even for the reason of restoration of the world. Nero went on to say, only when exploring the devices of the old world were we allowed a minimal amount of tuning. We investigated all the technology and intelligence left behind from the old world, in order to prevent them from being used again as a weapon one day. If the usage of Natalium is not strictly forbidden, the world will probably go through the Alniente again. And this time, how many places will survive? Added Rosa. After taking you to the second precinct of the Guard, we plan to return and counter-tune all of the devices. Rosa looked back at the collapsed exit of the maze. But it seems like we won't be able to go back for the time being. Nero said, according to our calculations, it is more important that we transport the aircraft back. After we are back, we shall send other teams to reinforce the seals in this area. They're trying to stop all of our hard work. What the hell? What the hell, new people? We're fighting for the greater good here. Ba-bum. They just don't get it. They don't get us. No, Remo shouted. I don't understand. Why is tuning not even allowed? Isn't it wonderful to restore color to the world? Well, tell me, are you able to face the consequences once the tuning fails? Rosa stared at Rima coldly. Even if you survived, it is still very likely that your beloved ones would be lost. Fighting to cause the apocalypse. No, we're saving the world. No, you're on the wrong side, Coats. Coats, you're on the wrong side, no. We're purifying the world for the greater good. We don't want to live in a world of sadness. Of black and white sadness, we want to purify it. I keep forgetting to play on purify mode. Let me do that real quick, actually, while I remember. Doesn't apocalypse sounds more fun? Okay, well that is what we could be doing then. If we purify, we have a chance of causing the second apocalypse. That's kind of the idea. But the other group's trying to stop us from doing anything to avoid further badness, you know? So we wanna continue. At least I want to. I'm projecting myself onto our characters. And I forgot to change the delay because it goofed up. If you didn't notice, I added little circles so you can see where I'm tapping. I think it's nice. At least in place of the camera for the time being. Bruh. You like it? That's good. I'm glad. I would like a whole camera setup better, but I don't have enough desk space. I don't have a good camera. I need like an iPad. Because my, like, to get the phone into the frame with my camera, I have to get it really close, and then either I can't see the game myself, or it's like, if I have to pull it like too far away, it doesn't focus well. Or if it's too close, it doesn't focus well. So it's just all around a pain in my ass. But I know it's like the cool part to watch me actually play the game. So, you know, I'd rather have it than not have it. And how much of a pain in the ass it is? Yeah. And you'll see, like, you watch like other people who do like iPad recordings, they like look good. I mean, they probably got like decent cameras, like mounted up, like bolted up, purely just for the setup. And then they have like iPad. They have like, I forget what they're called. They're like anti-slip mats. I actually do need one of those. Oh, that's what I use my finger sleeves for. You can use both, I guess. Either or. Either and or. I do like the finger sleeves for like having no traction whatsoever on the screen. I will say, like the way I can just slide around all willy-nilly. No grip whatsoever. I do kind of like that. But I wish I just had gloves. Rima looked at Rosa firmly. My tuning will never fail. Two of them refused to stand down. No one would give in first. Seems pretty useful. Yeah, it's pretty nice. There's no point in arguing over this now, Feastia said. Nero, let me ask you something. The Silence Border Guard possess more information about the world, right? The White Dots of Doom? They are pretty spooky, aren't they? Nero nodded. If we go back with you, may I take a look at it? Feastia asked. Yes. No. Nero and Rosa answered almost at the same time. Don't you encourage them all the time? Rosa said angrily. You're upset, said Nero. You forget that they have saved you. You'll not be able to bring the aircraft back to the base without them. Rosa was speechless. Alright. The aircraft is in the thumbnail. Fun fact. If you take a gander at the thumbnail, there's a little bit of spoilers for you. I've played the song already with the aircraft. I didn't play the story, but it was like one of the free songs that let you play in the little beginner bundle. It's like the boss song we'll get to later. Hey, it's this song. Yeah, you can see I have a score on this one already. This one's also in the free bundle. They're good songs. So we have those to look forward to. Well, I say those, there's one of them right here. Yeah, we can do the master. I guess we're gonna do the master. That's a 15 plus, that's scary. Since you love tuning so much, why don't you try restarting the aircraft? Or as I said, provocatively. I'll ask you, Steb. Provocatively. Ah, I see, Steb. The principles here work the same way as in the maze, said Nero, with a special resonance. That's right. Rizza. While unlocking this last lock, a great resonance is created from the engine. We will be able to fly up to the heavens as long as the tuning is successful. Fly up to the heavens? Rima said. Leave this to me. You know what? We're actually gonna do. I'm gonna be a baby. We're gonna do. No, to bed. We're gonna do the 13. So I can do the purify, because I think we have to do the purify. Which means I can't like miss too many notes. Basically, it's hard mode. Basically. We'll come back into a tuning run. Is my chat messed up? In my chat bot there? Like, not my chat bot, but my chat on screen. It says it's connected. Weird. Yeah, it sounds kind of a banger. Flicker. What's up? What is up? Yeah, my chat's broken. My YouTube chat's dead. Let me see if I can refresh it. Hey, we got the thingy. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like heater. That sounds fire. Refresh cache. We'll pray that my OBS doesn't die. There you go. There you go. Chat's full. Good lord. So it's a very interesting rhythm game. It's pretty nifty. What's up, Taco? Ba-da-da-da. Alright, we get to do the funny boss song now. Everyone buckle up. Buckle up. You thought it was Stasis? I've played Stasis quite a bit already. Let me read the story. Special resonance device is really peculiar. He's just said, I really want to study how this works. Also, welcome. Ultimate, see what's up. I want to study how this works. Hey, Feaster, come over here. Remo shouted from far away. With the resonance, the ground started to shake. Be there right away. Feaster responded and ran towards the other three. Should I play the 13 or the 15? I don't know which one I want to do. Because I've done the 15 plenty of times, but I don't know if I'm gonna succeed, is the deal. I don't know what rank I have on it. And I've never... I don't know how easy or hard it is to fail. Ding! Comfortable with 15? I feel comfortable enough, but I don't know... I just don't know how hard failing will be. Let's just do the 13. Because I wanna focus on the story. But we're actually gonna go back and do the 16 anyway. I think it was a 16 for Master. I've played this song like 10 times already in the little beginner thing that they give you. And I really wanna see what the Master is like. I used it in my thumbnail. I will admit this is a lot more boring. I should have chose the 15. This is just sad. I feel bad. I'm a baby. Yeah, I will say at least I haven't seen this short before. So it's interesting to see. I don't know if I like it. The song's a banger though. I still don't know how to do flips. Well, we did it. We did it. We're gonna go back and do the 16. I wanna see it. Ba-da-da-da. It's my rating went up. It paid off. It paid off in the long run. Ba-da-da-da. Aircraft, fly to the sky. Remo shouted with excitement and rushed up to the deck like a child. The others followed Remo onto the deck, while the tremor quieted down. Ista, however, intuitively sensed something had gone wrong. It was not only the conflict between her and Rosa Nero. It was not only the fear of trying to fly for the first time. Ista thought it seemed that there was something she had not figured out yet. you fine operating it? Rosa asked Nero in the cockpit. It's explained in the given information, no problem, said Nero. I'll leave that to you then. Let's go back to the guard's headquarters. Rosa then looked towards Fiesta and jokingly said, if anything goes wrong, you should be skillful enough to solve the problem. Aha. Fiesta looked at the various devices on the dashboard. They felt inexplicably familiar. Now, ready for takeoff, Rosa gave the order. Outside the cockpit came Remo's excited shout. Familiar, huh? What could it mean? No, thank you. All right, before we do the story, we're gonna do that chart again, but harder. Oh, okay. Shout out to Amber Alerts. Yeah, what a time for an Amber Alert. Good lord. I was like, what the hell's my phone vibrating for? And, you know, I guess I might as well put on Do Not Disturb. I kind of forgot about that. Point. I don't know if Do Not Disturbs block Amber Alerts, though. I don't know. I kind of doubt it. My screen's back. Alright. Oh yeah, you have to get an A, don't you? I'm so close. Look how close I am. That's so sad. Before we do that, let me fix my sync. It's just barely off. Just barely off. I'll try 47, why not? We'll give it like one try, because I really want to get through the story so I can have the rest of the songs for us to play. And I've played this song plenty already. So I'll give it a try, and if I unlock the master, we'll do the master, and then if not, we'll just do the story. Here goes nothing.
Like I just don't care.
That flick is always weird to me. I don't know if I've ever gotten it. We did it. I think 90 is the requirement. An A rank, perfect. Perfect. Good luck with the sit stand. I'll probably need it. I'll probably need it. The only thing I really remember is I think I watched the gameplay before. At the very least, my thumbnail, like the 4-hold spin near the beginning. That's all I really know. I got my rating up there to 14.28. I remember I asked you and Sam what your guys' ranks were, so I could beat them someday. I've definitely started slowing down. Going all the way up to 15 might be a challenge. It might be a challenge, but at 14, I might be beating Sam. I don't remember what he said. He was somewhere. Or did you at the arcade chart? I didn't. That could help. Yeah, I didn't play it like a crazy amount. I think I've only played it once on touch, so honestly, probably not great. I might know like the one gimmick, like the I know the arcade chart's pretty similar. Like the part where like the two lines combine into one. I know it does that. Let's see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. Bum, bum, ba-da. And we're gonna play Poopa after this actually, because I have enough for it. The Master Poopa chart. I haven't done it yet. Oh god. This is hard. So it's insane? A little bit. Oh god. So this is definitely a step up from the last chart. That's kind of nutty. That was nutty. The chords did synth are so rude. Is that like the part of the final, like, I don't even know what to call it. Right before the drop, like right before the chorus again at the end. Were those like both hands at the same time, like the whole way through? Oh god. I was wondering. I was like, am I doing fast enough for this? That's brutal. That's rough. Damn. Well, I still managed to scrape a B. I'm assuming there's ranks lower than B. I got over 80. That was pretty brutal. I want to do the Master Proto Flicker sometime, but we'll save it. But for now, I do want to do Hoopa. Alternate 2 fingers on both hands. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, actually. Maybe it's not too bad then, actually. In my mind, it was just a jack the whole way through. And that would suck. So what's your highest score on that, Itzy? Do you have an A? Do you have an L? Do you have an S? Yes, an L's and higher. Do you have an L rank? A full combo? You'd have the chat. Gotcha. Okay, I wanted to double check with you or Sam, the Lanota pros, I always say the name wrong, about the currency stuff. So I got the gist of wanting to upgrade the bottom two to be able to keep buying the Starlight. Is there anything else I should really worry about? Is it basically just having it, like, being able to hold 5 at once so you can do the 5s? Is that, like, the only goal I needed to hit? Is there more of a strategy to this other than that? Just keep upgrading the bottom two so I can stack up on the event stuff. Just make sure you get all the Starlights first per day during an event. Okay. So mainly just having the bottom two upgraded as much as I can, so then I can keep buying all the Starlights. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, we're doing a 15 Poopa. $857K. I could beat that. I could beat that. I'm gonna write down everyone's best scores just so I can beat them. That's my goal. That's my goal. I can beat that. Not now. Not anytime soon. I could beat that. I could beat that. I'm gonna take that as a challenge. It is crazy how much harder it is to read upside down. That was bad. Alright, that was probably worse than it should have been. I will be insane at this video game once I can learn, like, on site when to flick in or out. I will be nutty. I will be like full comboing every song like it's nothing. But I flick the wrong way or just don't flick every time. Oh, I also wanted to ask what the strat is for like the paid currency thing. But there will be nuts. It will be nuts. Nuts will exist when I learn how to play this video game. With the paid currency, do I want to do the redeems with the paid currency, or is that better spent on like the double storing, like the double note currency, or is there something else I don't know about? I don't know. Paid currency is scary. But alright, we're gonna go back. It's story time, gamers. Sit down. Lutz is about to read you a nice book. A nice tale. Once I remember how menus work. Okay, do you want to save until I'm cutting it close? Gotcha. I assume you mean just buying more starlights. And not the double notes or whatever. Story time. Chapter 5, main story. Mysterious encounter. Istia stood on the aircraft deck, gazing into the distance. Rosa came out of the cockpit. "What's in your mind?" asked Rosa. "Nothing," Fista said. ... There's a goddamn, like, tiny bug in here. It's pissing me off. Sorry, that's not in the story. "Are you still not going to change your minds about restoring the world order?" said Fista. "Yeah," Rosa said. "No, we aren't," Fista said. "Alas," said Rosa, "I thought so." "But why? Why not be more cautious?" "Italium is something extremely dangerous, and if you're not careful..." "Because I love this world," said Fista. "I love this world. The sunshine in the morning, the clouds, and the breeze. The grass, trees, flowers without names, the scent of the soil, the ripples reflected on water. When I was little, I thought all the beautiful things in the world existed within our village. Until that time, with Ritmo's first successful tuning, I realized that the beauty of the world was far broader and richer than I imagined. I wanted to see what the world was like before." Rosa looked at Fista without saying a word, while Fista gave Rosa a resolute look. "Alright, I understand. Do you think a world like that is worthy of your enlightenment, and even sacrifice?" "Actually, I don't know," answered Fista. "But if I don't try at all, just because of the risk, it's no different from giving up," Fista said. "I love the world, and I believe in Ritmo." "Sure enough," said Rosa. "Actually, after I came into contact with you, I already predicted that this would be the answer." At that moment, Nero shouting came from inside the cockpit suddenly. "Oh no." The others on the deck all ran into the cockpit. "We've lost control of the navigation," Nero said. A message in big red letters appeared on the dashboard. "Destination assigned. Alteration not possible." "Yeah, where are we going?" "Why is this happening?" Rosa said. "Where is this aircraft taking us?" "We have no clue," said Nero. Everyone rushed around the cockpit to try and fix the situation, doing everything they could. However, nothing worked. The aircraft was still out of control. Time passed by. Above the thick, dark clouds, the aircraft gradually flew into the unknown. Just as they were still confused, a loud bang came out of the cabin, followed by violent vibrations. "What's going on?" Rosa screamed. "Don't tell me we're going to crash." Istia ran out of the cockpit in a hurry and looked up. What's this?" The scene was so bizarre and frightening that she didn't know how to react. It was not a crash, but the aircraft was being towed towards the ground by two huge iron chains from behind the clouds, which hooked tightly onto both sides. The other three who followed her out of the cockpit were equally shocked by the scene. What exactly is this? Ritmo was speechless and had no idea what was going on. There came a few more violent vibrations. Towed by the chains, the aircraft plummeted. Before they could respond, a violent shot struck from the ground made them fall without warning. Seen Fista lying on the ground. Ritmo tried to reach out, but bumped into something in the chaos and fainted in pain. Nothing but darkness. When Ritmo regained his consciousness, he didn't know how long it had passed. It took him a while to figure out why he would fall on the ground. Behind him, the aircraft was tightly entangled in the chains. Feastjet. Remo ran to Feastjet and woke her up. Feastjet looked at Remo and around. Where are Rosa and Nero? I don't know. When I woke up, it was like this. Where would they go? Remo and Feastjet searched around for a long time, but still couldn't find Rosa and Nero. They were forced to land in a strange place. Behind them was a canyon so deep that no one could see the bottom of it, nor through to the other side. In front of them was a dark and impenetrable forest. The chains that entangled the aircraft had been launched from 2 turret-like devices. Everything else was affected by serious levels of al niente. Whoa, what a twist. What a rise in conflict. Alright, song time. After a long search, Remo discovered a path on the edge of the forest. At the end of the path, a familiar-looking stone pillar which in the column inlay appeared. The stone pillar was, however... Bruh, go back. However, even more enormous. On it were intricate patterns of ice crystals. The air was filled with a chilly ambient. It's freezing here, Remo shouted. Looks like we won't find our way out without tuning first, Feast just said. Alright, come on. Remo rubbed his hands with glee, getting ready for the challenges ahead. Well, although it seemed to be the only way, Feast just sensed a bit of uneasiness. I will say, if you... because you can, like, buy the other chapter songs before getting there for, like, $3. But it lets you look at all the songs. It doesn't even... I think it says the song name and, at the producer. So I did take a peek out of curiosity. And I only recognized, like, a couple names. And they were probably the boss songs, I'm guessing, because they're on the end. On the end of the chapters. But they seem pretty hype. So I'm looking forward to the boss songs that we have ahead of us. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to bangers. Big fan of bangers, I'll say it. I guess I switched back to tune. I don't know if I should be. It's only 12 after all. Yay! What a crazy twist, bid bang attack. Wait, what'd I miss? Was it the music? How it started slow and got crazy? I really liked that song. That was a good song. Damn. That was a good score for no up rank, but we're also like, I think that was like a way lower difficulty. Oh, it's a 12. I don't know. I feel pretty good about a 12. Details. Damn. What could have been? What could have been? Alright, story time. The area ahead, affected by Alniente, was lit by a light blue glow emitted from the stone pillars, revealing a narrow path. Let's go, said Remo. Let's go! Hang on, it's so bizarre here. Why don't you investigate a little bit further, Fisto said. Remo does have let's go energy. Well, said Remo. Wait a minute, look, something seems to be written down here. Let me take a look, Fisto said. What does it say exactly? Remo asked anxiously. Purification, controls, power, Fisto murmured. What does that mean? Seems that if you don't enter the purify mode, the real inception won't begin. Oh, am I getting doubt right now? Do I have to go back? What does inception mean? I should have done it from the beginning. I'm concerned if the same thing would happen again at that time with the apocalypse. However, if inception won't begin, will we ever find Rosa and Nero? Is this like a puzzle? They're talking in riddles right now. Well, it seems that purify mode is worth a try for now. Or maybe they're just letting me know. Like, I'm not gonna unlock the net song, and it's not that confusing. Oh, I did unlock the net song. Oh, we'll switch to purify. I probably should have been on it in the first place. Yeah, the songs in this part sound pretty good. They're chapter 5 kind of clearing right now. Along the narrow road, they reached the net stone pillar. The Natalium on the stone pillar emanated yellow light and sweet. Ouch, it hurts, Remo said. It hurts. What's this? It's a static electricity, Fisto said. Be careful. Gamer time. Oh, I wanted to mention, I posted about it on Twitter. But on my computer, I finally found the source of why like my hard drive space was like inflated. I could not figure out how or why. But it was some evil hidden files. I got robbed on that note. I'll get into detail after this, but it was some silly nonsense. Maybe I can try and do it now. There was a... I figured it was some sort of secret folder, because I like looked everywhere to try and find out why my hard drive was like full. And so I saw a tweet about someone mentioning their own issues and like an app they used to fix it. But I just remembered about it today. I had it saved for like a couple weeks now. So I went to go check on that app, downloaded it, and it's just an app that like lets you look at all your files, but it's like way faster than File Explorer, and like shows you your hidden ones too and stuff like that. So I just downloaded that, and I find that I have absolutely huge, like ginormous text files just hidden on my computer. One of them was like 40 gigabytes. Now if you don't know, like this whole game that I'm playing right now, I don't know, might be like a couple, like 2, maybe, maybe less. So 40 of just text, which should be literally nothing, is insane. So I went ahead and deleted the app that was causing that. There was like 4 other text files that were just hidden. It was making like duplicate files. So after I deleted said app, which was just McAfee Web Advisor, which I don't need because it's McAfee. I don't know why I'd ever do anything with McAfee. Because it's just like bloatware. Like it's its own malware, basically. So I deleted it, and now I have 80 gigs free. I freed up 80 whole gigs from text files. It was stupid. It was like everywhere on my computer said it was like 50 megabytes. And it turned out to be 80 gigs, which is really cool. So my computer's free. I saved my computer. Now we shouldn't have any more. Well, I mean, we definitely will have more issues, but hopefully we won't have as blatant issues with RAM. Because I always assumed the issue was like virtual memory. You have memory on your PC now? Yeah, we have like hard drive space. All the sources of crashing have been RAM related though. Well, kind of. That's not true. It's actually 50-50. But with CPU, which isn't like freeing up my hard drive doesn't really help with that. But I think any crashes with the RAM was probably more so due to virtual memory. I know they recommend having like a certain amount of space open on your hard drive for things like that. So we should be like in the clear now for that. So if that was the issue, that's cleared up at the very least. We cleared up something that should have been cleared up long ago. I didn't mention it yet. The song was a banger. I talked all over it, but it was good. That was a good song. Definitely want to do something out of free space. Yeah. And now I do. Glowing and telling lighten up the area affected by Lanota ahead, while another path revealed. Should we investigate? Asked Reetmo. I did want to comment. I find it interesting that the story split us up between our old group and new group. I thought maybe they'd do the more interesting route of splitting us up with like one old and one new per group, you know? Let me see both sides. No, if he's just said something, I missed it. Wow, tell me now, said Reetmo. Let's wait after the real inception. There's still something unclear, replied Fiska. There's like a rumble noise, you hear that? Spooky. That would have allowed for more character development? I mean, maybe. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But it would be nice to see the other two at the very least. But it could very well have to do with story-related reasons, you know? What if we were just betrayed by the new people, you know? What if we just got betrayed by them, and that's why they're not here with us right now? Remo and Fisto walked along the path and arrived at the third stone pillar, which was embedded with silver grain Italian with a dribbling sound. Ew, Remo looked uncomfortable. It's so humid here. It seems that the energy generated from resonance of the stone pillar, plug? Of the stone pillar is related to the weather. So does it mean the key is the power of nature? Oh, what is up, Blitz Legion? No, stop. We're not using that. We're not using that. Please remember, the key is the power of nature. What's up, Blue? I just got done talking about that tweet that you saw earlier. About my bringing up 80 gigabytes of hard drive space because of hidden text files. Very cool. Very epic. I've spent like months, not like months in real time, but it's been in the back of my mind for months to try and figure out what the hell is taking up so much space. And I finally did it. Yeah, was every song in this pack gonna be a banger? I thought that was another hold. Whoa. God dang it. I will never flip the correct direction. I did alright there. I could have done better, but I did alright. I still have blue health, so I guess Purify is pretty generous when it comes to your health bar. Ba-da-da-dum. All my homies hate McAfee. And when I peeked at your comment while I was playing, I saw the word McAfee, and I was gonna say that out loud. But I was gonna wait until I read what your comment said, but it looks like we were gonna say the same thing. Yeah, McAfee, I mean, McAfee is just like bloatware or whatever. Its own malware. No one needs it. So I'm glad I'm free. I honestly thought that my web advisor was a like a Chrome plugin anyway. I didn't think it was on my computer. I didn't even like know that it was there. It snuck up on me. I should have expected it though. Phew, finally done, said Remo. Alright, Feast just said, be prepared. I think the inception should be starting any minute. So are we expecting something before the inception begins? No, I'm concerned about what will happen after the inception begins, said Feast. We have triggered something that was not supposed to have happened. Like we did with Apocalypse previously. When Feast mentioned this, Remo remembered Rosa and Nero. His whereabouts were unknown, and could not help but feel a little sad. Actually, for the time being, it would be best if we don't continue tuning without further knowledge of these pillars. However, considering the situation here, there will be no other way if we don't do it. This is our last hope. Right, Remo looked firmly at Fiska. The two continued to move toward the net stone pillar. Bum, bum. Alright, hold on. I fixed my calibration. It slipped back a little bit again. Just ballparking. This game has a weird like hit timing window. I feel like it's very generous hitting early, but not very generous hitting late. Either that or I'm just dumb. So I feel like my sync is always way ahead. 13 plus. How the hell do you read that name? The title on the top? Am I supposed to read it as like... Am I supposed to try and read it like it's English? Do I pronounce every Greek character? I have no clue. I don't even know where to start reading that one. I spotted the light green glow of an Italian from afar and felt a gust of wind blowing from the side. Ah, almost blown away by the wind, said Remo. You read it like... my YouTube is so brutal with like blocking messages. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that out loud though. Can you send a voice recording of how I pronounce it, please? No, she's trying to win, Remo. You have to be careful. How's that sense? It just thought it was spam because you just slammed on your keyboard. That's really it. It doesn't think it's like a curse word or anything. I think it just thought it was spam. YouTube's kind of mean like that. I should just like turn off the filter and then just have like my other bot block like, you know, slurs and things like that. the worst of the worst, just so then chat can be a little more safe. We can put our funny faces in our slammed keyboards without YouTube trying to block us. All right, gamer time. Gamer time. God dang it. That always gets me. Because they look the exact same on if I'm supposed to move my finger or not. Or like the slides. Sometimes it moves, like the circle will move, and I'm supposed to keep my finger in one spot. And you can't really tell until it happens. I mean, I guess the tell is that it's about to start spinning in like a full circle. Rather than just like a short movement, but I don't know. I'm not good on subtle clues like that. There we go, I picked it up that time. I barely got that flick. I went the wrong way at first. You might notice I do that quite often. You might see me like, if it's supposed to be like an in flick, I'll swipe down and then up. I do it a lot. I just guess. If you swipe both ways, you get away with it. You can get away with it. You won't get it like perfect. You'll get the tune instead of harmony, I think it's what it's called. Not a perfect, you get like a great, but it's fine. Anyway, we got a boss song coming up. Buckle your seats, gamers. Buckle your seats, buckle your into your seat. What's the saying? Where it's happening. Get ready. Get ready is what I'm trying to say. Tor nah. Easter read out the text on the stone pillar. What does that mean? Asked Remo. It's the name of this kind of strong wind, Easter said. Was that whenever there was this tornado, a huge disaster would follow. Villages the size of ours would be blown away in no time. How horrifying, said Remo. Someone was able to manipulate the power of Natalium in such a way. What else should be done to fight against them? I'm not sure, Fista said, as she recalled what Rosanir had mentioned before. So, Natalium is indeed some kind of weapon. After the 4 stone pillars entered Inception, the dense fog in the center of a circular path gradually dissipated while a 5th stone pillar emerged. The stone pillar exuded a strong resonance that had never been heard before, yo channel plug, radiating an irresistible attraction. Bewitched by the power of the stone pillar, both Remo and Fista were unprepared and gradually lost their inability their ability to think. They gained the inability to think. Then, as if hypnotized, they were drawn step by step towards the pillar. Uh-oh. This looking like an Avatar intro right now. Earth, wind, fire, water. The 4 nations were something something. Yo, it's loud, I'm making a joke. So I've seen this before. I guess we'll do the 12. I guess we'll do the 12. I'm a baby. Why does it... It sounds like they cranked the audio so high during, like, those little cutscenes that it sounds like it's clipping. You should do the 12? Okay, thank you. It sounds like I pitched the right option. It is the smart option after all, because we can just go back and do it safely. But wouldn't it be more hype if I was fighting for my life? They got Doofy on me. God dang it. I'll never get a flick right. And that part's gonna be insanely hard, unlike the master chart. You can tell. It doesn't look to be over yet. This looks like a fake out. I see that bar on top. Oh god. That's pretty cool. I think that whole chapter kind of slapped. I don't think they missed once. Ba-da-da-da. They're acoustic for the first time. Epic. The moment the tuning was completed, the enchantment evaporated. Remo and Feasted regained their awareness. Still, however, overwhelmed by the solemn atmosphere around the stone pillar. What have we done? Said Remo. It's like the inception was really triggered, but what exactly does that mean? Feasto was at a loss. Marvelous, marvelous. We got a new character? Are these the blue robed figures we saw a long time ago? While Feasto and Remo were still in shock, a voice suddenly came from behind them. Finally, the inception has begun. It's been too long. Everything is its right place now. This is an unfamiliar voice, neither Nero's nor Rose's. They looked back and saw 3 cloaked strangers. You're an old man. Welcome, the man in the middle said with a smile on his face. This is the Natalium administration, where Natalium was invented. Yo, old man plot twist. No, stop. Old man jump scare. Alright, we're hopping back in for the 15. I will say... I was gonna say I think the boss song is my least favorite, but it might be this one. Maybe. I do like this song. These three are bangers. That was a good pack. That was a good chapter. I rate it pretty good out of 10. Oh god. Oh god. I used my non-finger sleeved finger and I dragged my whole phone across the table. Oopsie. I needed my anti-slip mat. Did alright. Not very close to the master though. I still have a while to do. A while to get better. Ba-da-da-dum. Rating went up. At the very least. Ba-da-da-dum. I did want... Let me double check something real quick. It was like... This is when I had to restart that story earlier. Story review. With like how my old chapters aren't 100%. What's that about? Is there like more story that I missed somewhere? I remember when I was making my thumbnail actually that there was like 3 different arts per song. Is that what I'm missing? Is there like more story that you get if you do songs more? Like repeat songs? I don't really know. Alright, 2 more chapters. We gotta read story first. Yo, more new characters? I think that girl on the right's in the app art, I think. Yo, old man. Do you know how history evolved? Real progress was not achieved through inventions, but through discoveries. Everything that was crucial was already there. Take the discovery of fire, force, or natural laws, for example. Yo, fire force? What an anime reference right there. Humanity lacks the immense capabilities required to create those phenomena. I can read. Then humans finally discovered sound. All things have their own distinctive sounds. These intrinsic sounds are not created deliberately and do not require collisions with other objects. This was the origin of Natalium. A very long time ago, we discovered a technology. Yes, that's right. We did. Or rather, I did. This was intended to be a technology that allows a firm grasp of sound. Through observation, targeting, purification, and abstraction. This process gives us control over the sounds of things. Controlling the sound of an object is equivalent to controlling the object itself. The sound of a rock. The sound of a raindrop. The sound of burning firewood. The sound of a flower. Yes, it even gives us control over the sounds of some smaller organisms. We then realize that sounds can be gathered and fused through a special resonance. Yo, that's me! Generating greater energy. Energy. Energy can be harnessed for technological development on the satisfaction of survival needs. Hey, what's up, Dula? I'm reading a book right now. You're a little behind, just try and keep up. It may also be used as a weapon. The control of objects and energy puts us in control of everything. I think we just met like a bad guy. Or maybe the bad guy. He's an old man who's talking kind of sinisterly about the world. So he seems pretty bad. He gives me bad vibes. But as a result of this, we were also faced with the first crisis. Humanity has not found a way to stabilize energy. Unstable energy quickly gets out of control and wreaks havoc and destruction. Scientists therefore ponder ways to deal with this imminent crisis. Gamer time. Gamer time. If I had a webcam on, you would see I'd be doing... I do some insane cross hands, but I really don't need to. I'm not good at just switching hands. God dang it. I'm more used to like Archaea, where if you pick up on an arc, you drop it. Old man just evil grandpa vibes. Evil grandpa. Is that from a show or something? Or is that an archetype? I'm trying to... What's that Cartoon Network show? Something Grandpa? Or something Uncle? One of the two? Do you know what I'm talking about? That really weird Cartoon Network show? That's what... When Ethan just made it up. It reminded me of that Cartoon Network show. What was it? Uncle Grandpa? Maybe it was Uncle Grandpa. I think that's what it was. The show was weird. How's it weird? That had like, I don't know, like weird YouTube vibes, you know? Kind of like Oni vibes or whatever, but I don't know. It was just weird that it was like a kid's show. I never really watched too much of it, so I can't say. Maybe it had a killer story or something. The Steven Universe crossover was even weirder. That's also another show I've yet to watch. I say yet, I don't know if I will. That's like, Steven Universe was a little too new. I stopped watching most of those channels. I watched most of Adventure Time. That was like, I think near the late end of my cartoon watching days. And then I stopped watching any animation until I started watching anime again in college. So there's a bit of a gap there. But catastrophe inadvertently spurs progress. The old man's still talking. In the course of our attempts to control energy, we discovered a tuning technology. This is the backstory arc, which allows us to maintain the innate order of things through resonance. Yo, that's me! This facilitates the stabilization of sound energy. Finally, we combined all these technologies to gain the ability to extract energy from all things and secure all these energies. This is how the first Natalium came into existence. Whoa, girl. Natalium, the crystallization of our technologies, said the mysterious man. Enna. We've heard that name before, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I guess that's why. Talking about Enna, the mother of Natalium? Hista asked. That's right. Enna is my wife, the mysterious man acknowledged. What a flex. Brag about it. 2 androids behind the man projected a hologram of Enna in the air. Enna and I invented Natalium. So you must be... That's right. I'm Halpus, the director of the Natalium administration. That's impossible. That was hundreds of years ago. Exclaimed Fista. I ruined a moment, sorry. Hundreds of years ago? You're dinosaurs. Remo, who is not familiar with the history of Natalium, blurted out as he heard Fista's unexpected statement. Ha ha ha, you can't deny my existence. Yeah, he's evil. I'm standing right in front of you, girl and boy. Wait, I should address you by your names, Fista. Halpus turned to face Remo. And you, Remo. Your name should go down into history. Ha 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 ha. Maybe it should be more sinister. I'm not a voice actor, I don't know how to do a sinister laugh. Yeehaw, what's up, Post? We're getting lore right now. What do you mean? Asked Fista. Halpus waved, motioning them to be quiet. I think the villain's revealing themselves right now. It's the old man. I think. So what's next? You haven't finished your story yet. What happened next? Remo asked. Humph, snorted Halpus. Humans are so greedy. By the way, Post, do you have internet yet? Sounds like the main menu saw in Xenoblade 3. Maybe it is. Oh, the story's over. Maybe I'm actually playing Xenoblade 3 in the background. Keeping it a secret. All of Lanota is a cover-up of me playing Xenoblade 3. I just didn't want to admit that I actually like Xenoblade. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, how's your internet going? Is it working yet? Are you free? That's W. Congrats on your internet. That means we can do our banger stream tomorrow. Wink wink nudge nudge. Plug plug. As this technology became available, it was immediately adopted by all countries, and they went on to develop and improve it in competition with each other, which also led to numerous incidents They vied with each other for the intelligent technologies, which incited a series of wars, large and small. The question is, do I have my computer set up? And the answer is no. Oh. Why don't you just have to, like, plug that bad boy back in? That's pretty quick, right? You don't have to, like, reset hard drives or anything. Like, it's just a plug-in, right? Unless you bought a new PC, too. Good luck with that if that's what you did. Best of luck. Have you looked into any of the leaks at all for Breath of the Wild? I'm gonna guess the answer is no. My answer is also no. I want it to all be fresh. But it is kind of interesting that it leaked so early. God dang it. I watched an hour-long video. I'm sure you've probably seen at least one of them. Of like the uninteresting facts about Breath of the Wild. I watched an hour of it. I need to actually watch a lore recap. I don't think I know enough. I just need to refresh myself on who like character names are. And things like that. So in the new game I'll know what's going on. But some of the characters we've seen in the trailers, I believe, are like characters from Breath of the Wild, but they were young at the time. I think. And then I don't even know. I don't even know like that new race that you mentioned or like have been mentioned before in that game. Like I don't know anything about them at all. So I gotta do my research. So I'm not ill-informed. Boom, I'm done. That's a pretty good song. Maybe it's just me and you tomorrow? Okay, let me read all the messages. I was gaming, I couldn't read them. The Zone 9. Yeah, you mentioned that they were hinted at before. Like they were like, there was clues about them lying about in Breath of the Wild. I don't know anything about that. I have to figure out what they're all about. Bird Guy's son was fighting with Link alongside Link. Okay. I'm spending all the money I just did on a house and not spending the same amount on a computer? Yeah, that's probably what it'd be. You like going into games as virgin as possible. Weird way to word it. All the non-Sheikah ruins are Zonai. I didn't even notice the difference at the time. I remember you pointed out like the cubey looking ones are the Zonai ones. Is there any more than that? I don't know. I'll read a refresher. I'll figure it out. Story time. Are you talking about the Natalium War? Asked Remo. Yes and no, said Halpus. That was only the beginning, but it quickly got out of hand. Alas, humans were too stupid. True. They didn't understand that the ability to control this force is of divine providence, provided only to Enna and me. Vista became extremely suspicious. She recalled that all written records indicated that Enna was already gone. Was it possible that she was still alive? And why was Halpus still alive? Both the Xenoblade 3 menu songs feel similar. Halpus lowered his head and said, I can't do that, it'll crash my computer. It's alright, sorry, I would love to. It's such a tragedy. Enna had been exposed to the uncontrolled energy of Natalium too many times. Her body couldn't sustain the massive amount of energy, and she finally collapsed. Play it for me. Play it in chat. Sing it. Before she collapsed, she invented a new type of Natalium and sealed up her remaining life energy in it. She invented a new type of Natalium. How noble, lamented Halpus. How could she do that? Said Fista agitatedly. The use of Natalium on organisms was banned a long time ago. What if an accident occurs? Why choose mediocrity? Replied Halpus. Why limit your potential when you can step into divine realms? That's not the point, Fista blurted out. The usually calm Fista became really agitated. Even Ritmo had never seen her like this. What's wrong, Fista? He asked. If Natalium is used on living creatures... Fista stammered. She didn't know how to express her concerns in simple words, but she knew that. Theoretically, using Natalium on creatures could result in the complete disappearance of the soul. Al niente. Ritmo, Natalium is actually very dangerous. She tried to put it another way. Do you remember what tragedy Rose and Nero had went through? That's because your friends are mediocre. Why would a scientist not desire to explore such divine truths? Albus wondered aloud. It's a pity that only people who receive providence are qualified. Hang on, do you know where Rosa and Nero are? Asked Ritmo. Whoa. Don't worry, they're safe and sound. Mwahaha, that's an evil laugh, Halpus said. I added the mwa to sound more evil. The androids next to Halpus projected holograms of Rosa and Nero. They both lay fainted on the floor, locked up in a room. Now it was Ritmo's turn to get angry. You locked them up, he bursted out. Calm down, they are fine, Halpus repeated. If you behave yourselves and listen to me, you'll get out of here. What do you want us to do? Fista asked. It's quite simple. I just want you to launch a device for me, he said. Follow me. He's evil. Been playing the Xenoblade 3 DLC whenever I've not been carrying super heavy furniture solo across town. That doesn't sound very fun. Well, actually, I was gonna say the furniture part, but I'll also say it for the Xenoblade part. That doesn't sound very fun. Sorry about your loss. Did they... Is it a mystery now? For what I have to do next? Or am I just dumb? Oh, I'm just dumb, okay. Now where was I? Ah yes, a brand new type of Natalium. Alas, humans are mediocre, greedy, and hypocritical. Every country tries to prohibit research on the use of Natalium on organisms. The rich and powerful people secretly hope to realize their dream of eternal life through Natalium. The Natalium administration also clandestinely develops related technologies, but without Enna, all those efforts are bound to end up in disaster. I've heard from Xenoblade fans, right? Xenoblade fans, that the DLC is good. I feel like I've heard good things, which isn't surprising. Because I feel like even though I don't like those games, I feel like they're at least like well made, you know what I mean? That doesn't surprise me that people like it. That it's good quality. I just don't think it's my kind of deal. It just ain't for me. I do want to see the new characters though, because it's like Edson Schulter great in it. That's good. It's like a time skip, right? So, I mean, to be vague, I guess, because I don't know enough. I don't know what spoilers or not, but the ending of 3, you know, like the base game ending of 3, the donkey one. Are those characters different now? If you catch my subtle drifts. As in, are they older? Are characters older after a time skip? Are they present? Oh dang it. I do like that the games are all connected. At least I think they are. At least like 3 reconnects 1 and 2, right? Because like Final Fantasy doesn't really do any of that. Like each one's a unique, like its own encapsulated story. I kind of like that the Xenoblades are connected. Although I beat 2 and got decently far in 1 and didn't realize how they were connected. I don't know if that's covered in the DLC. Or I'm just dumb. I could very well be dumb. I also played 2 first, which might not have helped. We're lagging. In fact, someone perfected this song once a day for a year? Why? Maybe that would be to a total classic anime with like gay fans. Yeah, it did have anime OP energy. I thought it was an alright song. Why this song? Is there something that I missed? They like the song? I mean, that's very valid. That's very valid. I can respect that. I just didn't know if there was like a deeper reason. Some sort of like a meme reason, you know what I mean? Alright. Avoiding spoilers, opening of 3 takes place at the exact same time as the ending of 3. So I wanted to attempt to support the end of both games, and 3 ties everything up in a neat bow. Gotcha. Photos take place before the weirdness. That is, oh great. Like twisted timelines? That sounds exciting. Well, good thing I'll never have to worry about it, because I won't play Xenoblade. I've been waiting for someone like you for centuries, Halpus beamed. Your understanding of Natalium and your gift for tuning technology simply turn you into clones of Enna. Whoa, that's not very nice. Rima and Fista were walking behind Halpus. While Halpus was telling his story, Fista whispered to Remo. Whatever he tells you, just pretend to be cooperative, but don't start tuning without thinking. I'll try to come up with a plan. Okay, I understand, Remo murmured. I think he's hiding something. He's pretty smart. They walked a long distance. Here we are. Come over here and wake it up, Remo, Halpus said. Right in front of them was a huge Natalium embedded in the stone wall, giving off eerie vibes. It resembled the seed of a gigantic tree and was surrounded by numerous black vines. At the top of the Natalium crystal, a blurred humanoid shape could be discerned. Hang on, what is this? Fista inquired. This is what Enna left behind, the Natalium of life. It has been dormant for hundreds of years. If we awaken it, we can fill the world with life and vitality. Isn't that amazing? Give me a minute to inspect it. If there are any dangers, we'll be in deep trouble, Fista said. Halpus hesitated a little and squinted. Alright, go ahead. Fista headed over to the control panel next to the Natalium to carry out meticulous inspections. Rima stood next to her, sensing the mounting tension. He clenched his fist with sweat sweeping out. After a while, Fiesta finally stood up and gave Remo a meaningful glance. Okay, I think it's safe to do it. Humph. Don't worry, girl. Go right ahead. For the sake of your friends, Halpa said. It's all up to you now, Remo. Fiesta prayed silently. Bum 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 bum. I feel like something bad's gonna happen. Something evil's gonna happen. They're trying to reanimate his dead wife. That's the vibe I'm getting. That's the vibe that I'm picking up on. This song kind of sounds like it goes hard. 1 and 2 can reasonably take place at the same time, and 3 takes place with hundreds, thousands of years after the end of both. And also just a few years. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. As Remo approached the impact range within a time of life, he immediately sensed an unprecedented force and musical reverberations inside his body. Remo took a deep breath and prepared for the tuning under the watchful eyes of Halpas and Fiesta. He had a premonition this would be a completely different tuning operation. Alright, we're going in. Prepare yourself, I guess. Things might be quirky. Although it's not a boss song, so it's not that quirky, maybe? Maybe? Will do, post. Sorry your comment got blocked. I saw it though, don't worry. Good luck on your computer. Bruh. What could possibly go wrong? Reanimating dead people usually goes pretty well. In my experience. Oh man, I got kind of weird on the cross hands. I think in general, when they make you go like from the top to the bottom, well, like to the bottom to the top slowly, I think they want you to eventually switch hands, like when you're halfway up. But I usually don't, and then it bites me. That was a pretty song. It's pretty fun. Ba-da-da-da. So not a boss song, huh? Guess I need to spend my money. We're kind of running out. We're hitting my cap soon. As he began the tuning operations, he felt his own body vanishing and transformed into a musical melody suspended in midair. The moment the tuning was completed, he was caught by surprise when Fiesta suddenly screamed, "Run!" The next second, they heard a huge rumbling noise emitted by the control panel, which started to explode. Remo was frozen in place, but Fiesta immediately pulled him with her. Run! When I infected it, I secretly altered the energy circuit, Vista yelled. This Natalium of life is extremely dangerous. Its energy, intensity, and resonant strength by far exceed everything I've seen before. Yo, subtle plug. If we really awaken it, the consequences would be unimaginable. Unimaginable. What have I just done? Remo suddenly recovered his senses as if the soul had finally returned to his body. They heard another series of booming explosions behind them, and the whole ground was shaking. There's no time for explanations. I altered the energy circuit to destroy the functions of the Natalium of life. Beastia looked back as she ran, but she saw a scene that raised her suspicions. After all those explosions and the rising black smoke in the vicinity, the Natalium should have been partly damaged, but it was still fully intact. And the black vines were enshrouded in a dark purple halo that seemed eerie and evil. Do you really think I don't know what you're up to, girl? Halpus's voice was thundering in the air. You really believe the Natalium of life can be destroyed so easily? You are so naive. How terrifying, Remo yelled as he ran. We're in trouble. I really don't know what to do. Just keep running. He's just started to panic. Remo had never seen her like that before. You can't escape. Catch them and bring them back to me. Halpus barked out his orders, and the two androids stood next to Halpus. Ridley appeared in front of and behind them, effectively cutting off all escape routes. Hee 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 hee. That was my evil laugh. Well, my evil android laugh. The two androids laughed. The eerie Natalium, enshrouded in a dark purple halo, suddenly emerged from the center of their bodies. Wahahaha. Yeah, that was the evil laugh that time. Don't think you can successfully escape from the Natalium administration, Halpus said in a thundering voice. Watch out, Fiska. When Remo saw how vulnerable Fiska was, he plucked up his courage and jumped in front of her to protect her. Uh-oh. Things are going bad. This, like, me reading these stories reminds me of, in high school when I took public speaking. And, one of our, like, early lessons, before we started doing, like, actual, like, speeches, trying to, persuasive speeches and things like that, was, reading a children's book. It was, like, one of the first things we did. And that's what this gives me vibes of, like, the kind of reading I'm doing. It gives me children's book vibes. Just the way I'm reading. I don't know if the story itself does, because the story's all, like, you know, serious now and things. I feel like I recognize the song. Maybe it was one of the free ones. One of the androids started to transform, reading from underneath its dark purple vines, the same as of the Natalium of life. The vines resembled tentacles stretching out toward Fiska and Remo. Don't let them escape. Watch this, yelled Remo. Uh-oh, there's no purify option. Uh-oh, what are they cooking? What are they cooking? What are they cooking? I did that really stupid. I tried to cross-hand that. Oh, no, right? So what's the limit here? I almost have the L right. Still no boss song. Apparently. Oh, I just spent my money. I keep forgetting. Alright, they made the sound effect for me. The android generated a piercing noise before coming to a standstill. The vine suspended in midair. Oh, maybe I read that wrong. Watch out for the other one, Feaster reminded him. Oh, is that what's going on here? Alright. I see. Maybe I should have been able to piece that one together. I think I messed up by doing my funny circles. I like when the circle pulses to the tempo. I don't know, I just like the energy. And I threw away a little bit of points there at the end. Still got an L though. But like a good L, not a bad L. I think I'm bad at reading when it's upside down. I mean, just in general, but then specifically if the notes are in sync or not. I know they like bold. They have like the outline around them, but I mess it up a lot. Alright, anyway, we're finally doing the boss song. We were strapped in for a three-song session. Remo completed the tuning just in time, and the other android also stopped. Let's get out of here, Feaster urged. Sure, that's a good idea. You really think you can escape just like that? Halpa said in a booming voice. You are so naive. The building and Italian administration is completely under my control. Remo, quick, give me the tuner. I'm going to disable the resonance strength limit. The resonance strength limit, that's me. They're gonna unleash my inhibitors. I'm gonna go crazy. Okay. You'll regret this. You should have awakened the time of life as I ordered you. Halpus threatens them. But it doesn't matter. Once I catch you, I will have full control over your bodies. Mwahahaha. Surrender to the Natalium cage. Are we in Dressrosa right now? That's a One Piece reference. Don't talk about anything after Dressrosa, or even during Dressrosa. I haven't finished it. They're giving me the master option. It's beginning to resonate. Alright, we're gonna do 13. It's Melia, go! Yo, Camellia, yo. Yo. Wolves standing towards enemies. That's a title. God dang it. Get through. Feels bad. You missed it on L though. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I like that song, that's really good. That sounded... What's the... There's a song in Archaea that sounds very similar. Thank you. I'm assuming those emojis are good. Yeah, that's the one. Even I think that was the one on my mind, but even then I didn't know how to say it. I didn't know how to like say that song title. But yeah, I think that's the one. It sounded very similar. Boom. Massive energy wave resonated and a huge explosion occurred in midair. Yo, it's me. A hole had been blown into the Italian administration building structure. Because it's by the same person? Well, yeah, but it's not like every song from the same person sounds the same, you know? The flashing lights and operating machines all came to a halt. Ard, Halpa's furious roar reverberated in the sky. Soon, very soon, I will capture you. In the dark, Remo and Fista ran as fast as they could. They relied on the dim light of the Natalium tuner to find their way. Which way should we go? Fista asked. We should be looking for Nero and Rosa, Remo replied. You're right, maybe they know what's going on. Visicus had an intuition that Nero, Rosa, and Halpus were still hiding something. Alright, we're gonna do that again. No, thank you. But first, this time. I gotta spend my monies. Bum 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 bum. Alright, 15. See how it goes. I gotta figure out there if I want to do cross hands or just use other fingers. Cross hands aren't too bad, but it is kind of weird that they're on the side. Dang. That one's doable though. That one's doable. That wasn't too bad. If I get those like cross hands down near the beginning, like just doing that would get me over 90. Ba-da-da-da. Alright, I guess we're hopping into the final pack. I think it's the final, right? Chapter 7. Oh, are we on chapter 6? No? Is there something different? Final for now. Complete the previous chapter. Did I not complete the chapter? Did I miss something? So we wait another year. Weird. That's like the only story path to work like that. Chapter 7, main story. Escape and destruction. Alright, I'll find you very soon. Alba's voice spread to every corner in the Natalium administration, including the other side. In the darkness, Rosa gradually regained consciousness. Rosa opened her eyes and tried to rub them with her hands. Only realized that her hands were cuffed by chains. She was taken aback. Nero, where are you? Rosa cried out in panic. Be quiet, it will be found. Nero shushed with his usual cold tone. Finally uncuffed. Don't move, let me help you. In the darkness, Rosa heard a muffled sound. As her eyes adjusted to the darkness, Rosa could roughly see her surroundings with a gleaming light in the corner. She also recalled what happened before she fainted. Our aircraft made an emergency landing, and then the two weird androids appeared. Probably used the power of Natalium to make us pass out. We were brought here. This couldn't be the Natalium administration, could it? Rosa was shocked to find out. Yes, this is it, said Nero. Hang in there. Done. Try to move your body a little bit. Finally, uncuffed, Rosa shook her arms. Everything was taken, Nero said. I think so too, said Rosa while taking off her boots, revealing a small device tied to her ankle. Good thing the micro-Natalium tuner is ready, and well tested. It finally comes in handy. Never underestimate the capabilities of the Silence Border Guard, said Rosa. He is probably in a big hurry to take advantage of Remo. Activate the power of the Natalium of Life, Nero said as he tidied up the gear he still had. I guess so. That's why they didn't search us too thoroughly, said Rosa. Now we should get some light first. The two of them were quickly on the alert and began searching in the dark. Let's see, the energy field is very chaotic here with an Alniente-like feeling. Probably because of Natalium. Found it. This should be it, said Rosa. Alright, so are we getting our other group now? We're hanging out with the other two? So how good is this pack? Give me a rating out of 10. Or what are we getting into? We're getting into bangers, all bangers, oops, all bangers. Or is this an L patch? Rosa felt a dent in the wall and gently pried it open. Hidden beneath the wall board was a panel connected to an amplifier, transmitting the chaotic Natalium energy from afar into this hermetic space. 8 out of 10, pretty banger. Aw, sick. Rosa quickly rewired the circuit to stop the panel from working. Done. Let's get tuning. Hold the last bits of chaotic energy here. I'm a fan of bangers. I was kinda hoping they'd change these mode selects. I guess not. Bum 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 bum. I still think it would have been cool to have the group split, like between old and new. Like one old, one new per group. Maybe they're saving that for chapter 10 or something. I couldn't even see that note. My hand was in the way. God dang it. Maybe one day. I even commented in my head, I was like, oh hey, I did it. I hit the flits the right way. And then I messed it up right after. I'm telling you, I'll be insane at this game. Once I just finally get that down to memory, which way I'm supposed to do. Having from and the boss is great songs. I think I know who made the boss song. I knew Chameleon was one of them, and then I knew the other. Those are like the only ones I took note of when I peeked at the song list. So I think I know what I'm getting into. It should be good. I told you not to look down on us, Rosa said. Despite being known as guard, we are still rigorously trained, Nero said. Exactly, our ultimate goal is in the Italian administration. There's never expected to happen so abruptly, Rosa said. The Silence Border Guard. Despite bearing the name of guard, we are actually just lying in wait, said Nero. Broadening our technological capabilities while waiting for the best opportunity. To completely destroy an Italian administration in one fell swoop, Nero said. Two of them looked for possible ways to escape from the room while thinking about their destiny. Although we are against the usage of Natalium. We also know that by naively taking an opposing stand and indulging in empty thoughts without corresponding power at hand, it will be impossible to compete with Natalium technologies, for which we are developing technologies to destroy. As long as people with Natalium technologies are unwilling to communicate, and if we lack the power to stop them, all we can do is helplessly watch and realize their schemes once again, Rosa said. Help us this scheme. Project Lanota, you're the name drop. Natalium of life. It is merely a replica which seems to contain life, said Nero. She passed away from a serious illness. However, Halpus refused to accept the fact that Enna was gone, and insisted that the Natalium could bring her back. He ended up endangering the lives of all others in the world, said Nero. Exactly. Those who have truly inherited Enna's will are us, Rosa said. That's right, it's on us, said Nero. The final rule of the Silence Border Guard. Natalium must be destroyed, Nero recalled. Natalium must be destroyed. Those are Enna's last words, said Rosa. He did not find other passageways beyond the prison fence. At last, Nero had an idea and rewired the circuit of the panel, generating an energy pulse that temporarily disabled various equipment in the room. The prison fence was opened as well. They heard rumbling noises inside the administration, as well as all kinds of chasing sounds. Remo and Fisa are probably fine. Let's go, said Nero. Rosa nodded. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, that's the song I just did. Or is this a song that we just did? Which song did we just do? Okay, I saw the master. I guess this is the one because the art's not colored. I've already played it though. I guess it's in the free, like the beginner pack. They escaped from the imprisonment room and continued to find other amplifier panels on the passageway walls. They planned to disable the Natalium administration bit by bit using the same strategy. As long as we cause as much destruction as possible, we have a chance to succeed, said Rosa. You think we'll survive a 14+? Only one way to find out. Only one way to find out. Yes. Thanks for the confidence boost. Were we near death there? I saw purple and then red. Did I almost throw? I think we lived. I think we're good. But first try, let's go. First try, let's go. Ba-da-da-da. Really, when I started the Nota? That's good. Question mark. Where are you at now? What's your rating? I'm trying to get a reading on everybody's rating, and so I can eventually pass you all. Thanks, Stream Elements. Thanks for the plug. Da 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 da. Ard, help us. Deafening roar came from the distance. Ard. It seems that a few little vermin are still messing around. Don't even think of running away. Humph. Looks like this works too. This is ironic. Tuning is supposed to quell the energy. And now it is causing chaos in the Natalium administration, Nero said. This is because the Natalium administration itself runs on the chaotic energy, said Rosa. That's why we must destroy it. Rosa and Nero kept on their destruction as they searched on. Their goal was the Natalium of light. 16.5? Isn't 16.5 like the cap? The culprit that gave rise to Lanota more than 2 centuries ago. Are you max rank in this game? That's nuts. I wonder where Reetmo and Fisto are, said Rosa as she searched. We should be able to find it soon if we work together with them. Are you sure? Said Nero. They're from the other side. Even though they aren't aware of it. But do you think they can believe in all of this? Well, you mean to say that they're very similar to us at that time, don't you? Said Rosa. If it weren't for the failure in Lanota, we wouldn't have changed to our current position. Is this what you're trying to say? Rosa added. Nero did not respond directly. The top priority right now is to find the Natalium of life. They kept on running alongside the passageways and the Natalium administration. It was not until I joined the Silence Border Guard that I truly knew about the history. How much Enna, who developed the Natalium technologies, regretted at the end. Rosa sighed. That's the way it is. She had already been affected by the power of Natalium. It came around only when she was about to finish, said Nero. As humans incorporate living things into Natalium technologies, it started to become self-aware, but humans did notice it, said Nero. The self-aware Natalium began to unleash its power, slowly hypnotizing researchers into perfecting the technologies so as to achieve its own goals. Rosa said, the will of Natalium is to absorb all of the world's energies, regardless of its form, if it's from a living thing or a physical object. This is also the truth about Lanota, Nero explained. The hypnotized researchers finally wrote down the wrong inferences and designs, misleading more and more people to believe that doing so can stabilize the energy. Nero said, while in fact, they were being manipulated to carry out the will of Natalium. Natalium wants to absorb every bit of energy for itself. Lanota is the result, Rosa said. Developing Natalium technologies till the end leads to disaster, and only disaster remains, Nero said. The Natalium of life possesses the most powerful will of the Natalium. It once hypnotized Enna and is now manipulating Halpus, said Rosa. It was not until Enna became seriously ill that she unexpectedly started to come around. But when she re-examined the design of the Natalium of life and discovered the major mistakes within, it was too late. Nero continued, so she had to quickly hand it over to a few trusted scientists, transfer relevant backup data to a faraway place, and set up a secret research agency, which later became the Silence Border Guard. Natalium must be destroyed, Rosa said determinedly. Natalium must be destroyed, Nero replied. Damn, we're getting all the story right now. They're tossing it all on us. The two of them searched as they ran and finally found a control room that controlled part of the operations within the Natalium administration. Rosa and Nero tried to operate the console, but quickly understood how to make it work. Let's fulfill Enna's last words, Rosa said ready. Yup, Nero nodded. Would Nero ever say yup? That seems out of character. He would say yes. That's the vibe I get. He'd say yes, not yup. It's kind of a banger. That was a good song. I'd rate that a pretty good. Ba-da-da-dum. Like, the thing is, I've only recognized, like, a couple of the songs that are from the Archaea pack. Like, the Archaea pack, the Lanota pack, and Archaea. Because I played Archaea first. That pack first before playing this game. I don't know which ones I've missed. Like, I know there's, what, Protoflicker and Stasis. And the other one that I liked near the beginning. But the rest I didn't recognize. Like, I haven't noticed them so far. Planning to tune out the chaotic energy that maintained the operation of the time and registration all at once. Bang, that actually scared me. I just got jump scared. The pipelines made a loud noise. But it did not stop all the equipment from working. The lights started to flicker irregularly. And then the surrounding pipelines also let out an ear-splitting noise. Papa's deafening roar came from the distance once again. Arg, damn it, I will never let you off. And the main story packs. Beep, the microtuner let out a beep sound. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, we might not be. Was that one of the songs in Archaea? That's like one of the expansions. Yes, yeah, I haven't done any of the expansions. It runs out of energy, Rosa said. It seems so, Nero said. Damn it, then how do we... And Rosa was getting worried, they heard hurried footsteps. Yeah, gotcha. Hey, shouted Ritmo. You're here. Finally. Finally found you. So glad that you're alright, said Fisuka, panting. You managed to escape by yourselves, Ritmo asked. Of course, never underestimate the capabilities of the Silence Border Guard, Rosa said. Hey, Nero reminded, it is not time to be relieved yet. Yeah, the Dane's all here. Uh-oh, they're doing the robot thingies again. Suddenly a burst of weird laughter came from the depth of the passageway with flickering lights. He. They're supposed to be robotic. He. That was my best voice acting so far. The two androids, which should have been defeated, have already recovered and caught up with them. Oh, it's the same ones. Yeah, I was recommended to buy the story, like the expansion packs, if I want them, when they go on sale. Like when they, I assume they do the same like Archaea, everything's half off kind of deal. So I guess that's what I'm waiting for, if I want to spend probably a lot of money. There's a lot of expansion packs in this game. Well, it looks like we're fighting both at once this time. Yes. Alright, noted. The two androids slightly changed their postures and ran towards them. The four of them could only— No, stop, I'm reading. Four of them could only hold back their exhaustion and quickly prepared to fight. Remo, we can only depend on you, said Rosa. Got it, Remo nodded. Alright, 13 plus. We've done harder. The daybreak will never come again. Dang it. One day. Is it over? Alright, I was really expecting a final note there. I'm kinda surprised there wasn't one. Get ready? Yeah, I guess we're in boss song territory, aren't we? We have been doing the boss songs on like second difficulty, not ultra, for a safe unlock, and then going back and doing it. So don't get too excited. I'm so tired. I'm completely worn out, yelled Remo exhaustedly. Oh, that was supposed to be like exhausted side. Got it. Finally settled. It doesn't seem right. Lisa noticed something strange at this point. Whoa. The two androids only paused for a while when they started to twist violently, letting out a horrible roar at the same time. Unforgivable. Unforgivable. That was my robot voice. Then the two androids gave off a weird flash and slowly merged. Unforgivable. That was my robot impression. Android impression. Feel free to lie and say good, so I feel better about myself. Ding. Whoa. It's the thing. Alright, we're doing 13. Team Grimoire. There it is. There it is. I think I missed a note already. It came in too fast. I did it again. I've seen the first note's a bad omen. We did it. I think. Whoa, bruh, how sheesh. Did something happen? Did something wacky happen? Ba-da-da-da. That song was pretty fun. Or no, I wanted to comment that it sounded just like... Is Grievous Lady? Is that the right song? It's another song that sounds just like a song from... Archaea. It's not coming from the androids here, but the roar of Halbus in the distance. Huh, huh, huh. I'm doing it right that time. Love me a glitchy breakbeat. True. After a barrage of escaping and tuning, Remo was already out of breath and completely worn out. He couldn't help it and finally fell to the ground. Remo, Lisa yelled. Remo, are you alright? Grievous Lady. I thought it was Grievous Lady. It sounds like it's like... I don't think they call it sound fonts. What do they call it? Hurry and stand up again if there is still more of them coming after us. I don't know what they call it in producing when they use similar sounds of other songs. I doubt they call it a sound of font. It's okay, we should be fine for the time being, Nero said. But it had very similar sounds. That's the best I can describe it. These two are probably the substitutes of the time of life, said Rosa. In order to carry out its own will, then the time of life manipulated Halpus and seized the chance to create two substitutes. By the looks of it, this seems to be helping Halpus, yet is actually monitoring Halpus's behavior. Nero poked the immobile androids and said, "They've completely stopped functioning. Looks like their energy has totally run out." Rosa said, "You must have taken the opportunity to tamper with the time of life, haven't you? Very clever." What are you talking about? Why can't I understand the slightest bit of it? Ritmo, who had fallen to the ground, said drowsily, I'm so tired. I'm falling asleep." "What else do you know?" said Pisco. "Tell me everything, will you?" "Sure, no problem," said Rosa. "Let's think of a way to get outside first." "Even though the substitutes have stopped functioning," Rosa explained, "it is still possible that there are other things we don't know inside the Time Administration building. We're also not sure when Halpus is going to catch up to us." "But," Vista hesitated. "It's okay. Let's go," said Nero as he carried Ritmo on his back. "You still have the strength to walk?" Rosa asked. "Well," Vista stood up. "No problem." "Right, let's try to get out first." The lights in the Time Administration corridors were getting dimmer, and at the endless echo of a deep, low voice, which seemed to mix with the faraway whispers of Halpus, made it eerie and scary. "Once we are outside and at a safe place, we will tell you everything," said Rosa quietly, as she kept on searching the walls. She then found a ventilation duct not far away. Ahead of the duct was a dim streak of light. "This way. The building exit should no doubt be in this direction." "Let's head there first and have a look," said Nero. As they headed outside, Rosa also began to slowly tell Fista the truth about the Natalium of life, as well as the establishment of the Silence Border Guard in detail. Bum 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 bum. No thanks. To be continued. Damn, it's over. Yeah, that definitely ended on a "we're not done yet" note. Definitely ended on a "there's more to tell" note. So it's like we'll be coming back sometime, someday. Cause this newest one came out in 2021, right? It's been a little bit by now. I'm not saying it's coming soon, which is scheduled for 2030, 23. I assume you mean 20. I assume you mean 20. Yeah, but hey, that's this year. There's half a year left. There's 7 whole months that they could put this update out. That's exciting. I will probably play it. I do like this game. Let's go do the Ultra. It is in 1,000 years. I'm assuming that's a typo. If it is 1,000 years, I guess, you know what, hopefully we can stay alive that long. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can make it. Alright, we're hopping in. Hopping in. It's go time. I'm a goober. I keep doing cross hands that I don't need to. How'd that note drop? That's sad. Bruh. And we did okay. We did okay. Notice I'm dead serious with their updates, just made limited time events instead of swear with Master 16s. Yeah, I do know that they do events quite a bit. The events, oh, the events at 16s. I don't do events. Yo. Hold on. That's for the screenshot for the Twitter. Check it out. Bang. Yo, 14.5, let's go. We're moving up. Yeah, but that one, I think that was my was that my lowest? 15 to unlock at 16? That one's gonna take a bit of work. That ending in particular was really hard. A, because it was upside down, which is just harder, and B, because it was like, I need to know the song a lot more for those rhythms. Alright, is there anything else left to clean up? I've yet to do anything from expansion A. There's like a handful of songs in here. There's quite a bit actually. Are there any bangers in here? I think I took a peek through them. Sounds okay. I don't know if there's any that jumped out at me. That sounds kind of nice. That sounds kind of nice. Sounds like it might be fun. Sounds kind of groovy. That sounds kind of groovy. Ooh. Ooh. Yo, banger. That sounds alright. I don't know, I feel like I recognize this one. This one seems alright. There's expansion A. There's like a whole bunch. How much money I'm gonna have to spend if I want to play these? Good lord. Do any of the expansions have 16s, or is it just the events? It's kind of hard to check when they don't let me look at anything. I wanna. If I was to buy a pack, like just one, I'd probably buy the Waka pack. All these songs are kind of bangers. And I think they let me play one song from each pack, which is kind of nice. So there's still a handful of songs left for me to play. But the secret library packs, I believe, are the subscription songs. Just in a different spot, I think, maybe? Or are they different? But I know this is like the monthly subscription. You get all these songs, you get like 200 songs. As long as you keep paying the subscription. But then there's like a bunch of packs. I thought these were the same. But there's way less, so maybe not. Maybe I'm lying. Who knows? Who knows? Not me, I don't know. I only have 4. Dang. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat this event in time. This is what it goes to 95. That's what that says. I'm at 30. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I know the events come back. Do Does it keep your progress? Or do you have to start from the beginning next time? Bum, 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 bum. Maybe that's why I played some of these songs before. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. I have some rewards in here. Hold on, hold on. You can play at 5 now. Which one am I gonna play? Get out of here, dumb bug. And then we'll do this on the wrap up. We finished the story. It went somewhere. We had like it stopped being like story, like world building, and we got the whole info dump. So it seems like we're working towards a conclusion. At least it seems like it. I guess I could just leave and go anywhere. Introduce a new element to the story somewhere. I almost had it. Alright, so you would have dropped it there too. Not bad. Almost an L. Almost. Ba-da-da-dum. Yo, 0.01, let's go. Now we're moving so slowly now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to depend on like 15s and the like. Oh, I'm tapped out on money. My money! Oh, that's a terrible time too. I really blew it there. 2708. Actually, maybe the reward money. You open the redeem upgrade panel, use some stabilized sound now. Yeah. Alright, it saved us. It was nice to us. That was nice of the game to do that. Da-da-da-da. Alright. There it be. We beat the story. Let's go. Let's go. What was the pack? The one that had all the elements. This one. I think this was my favorite pack overall. I had a lot of bangers in it. It was small though. This is a small pack compared to the others. I think Sits, yeah, Sits is like double the songs. There's some good songs in here. Oh, they go back and play. I gotta unlock those masters. And really, I also have to go back and play all the masters because we only did. What's that say? Ultra. We only did Ultra on like all of these. So there's plenty for me to do. That'll be fun. I'll do that. I'll post on the internet about all my raid ups. And this we come back and have another Lanota stream. Maybe if I buy like DLC, but otherwise we might not. We'll see. We'll see. See how I'm feeling. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I like the game. And if I like the game, I don't mind streaming it. So there it is. We're done. We're done, Z's. Da, 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 da. Well, we'll definitely at least have a stream at the very least when the next pack comes out. Most likely. But yep, there it is. I'm gonna hit the bye-bye button. Tomorrow, it won't be on YouTube. I'm either not gonna stream on Twitch, or I am gonna stream on Twitch. I'm either gonna guest star, like be on someone else's Twitch account, or do my own stream. But I might just guest star. But I'll be on post-rat stream. We're gonna do a review of all of Nano's songs. If you don't know Nano, I think Nano is the name of the singer and not the name of the group. I don't think there's a name of the group. I actually don't know much about Nano. Host, the person I'm collabing with, really likes Nano. I don't know if it's Nano or Nano, actually, now that I'm saying it out loud. Either way, it's like rock music for the most part. Weeb rock music. So we're gonna listen to a bunch of her songs, or a bunch of their songs, if Nano's the name of the group. And yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, I like this song or I don't like this song. Post really liked them all, so he wanted to do it. We'll have a discussion. I'm not the best at discussing music, but we'll see how that goes. I'll do my best. I've been around music enough. I can form an opinion, right? That's the thing I can do. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow. So I'll tweet about it at the very least. Maybe make a YouTube post. Be like, hey, I'm over here. So the people know. If you hit the funny subscribe button. Hey you, viewer, don't forget to hit the funny subscribe button. That's not all. Don't forget to check my socials. Follow me on Twitter. The other apps. The other apps I use. Yeah, there's the plugs. They're done. I'm gonna go hit the outro button, not the bye-bye button. If you watch in the past, or watching in the present, or watching in the future, thank you very much. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye, gamers. Bye-bye. And I did save your song. That's true, I think. I know, like, 2 Nano songs, and I think that's one of them. I know, like, a couple. But we're gonna listen to, like, all of them. But anyway, bye-bye.